Here's Trey.
All right, let's go over our core values. I am destined. I am effective. I am strong. I am teachable. I am intelligent. I am noble. I am yours, Lord.
That you never even thought you had access to. That is the beauty of the relationship that you have with God. I will be back in just a moment.
Your plans for me are good. You hold my future. You're working all the time. You're the mountain mover. From sunrise to sunset, till the sun comes back up again. You're by my side. You started a good work in me. I know that you will complete it. You will see it through, yeah. I know that you're still working on me. And everything that you say you'll do, 'cause I believe that you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful. I'll trust your every word, 'cause I believe that you're working for my good. Yes, you're committed. From sunrise to sunset, till the sun comes back up again. You're by my side. You started a good work in me. I know that you will complete it. You will see it through, yeah. I know that you're still working on me. And everything that you say you'll do, 'cause I believe that you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful. You are my hope, you are my future. You are the mountain mover. You are faithful. You are my hope, you are my future. You are the mountain mover. You are faithful. You started a good work in me. I know that you will complete it. You will see it through, yeah. I know that you're still working on me. And everything that you say you'll do, 'cause I believe that you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful, oh, you are faithful.
Out with the bad air, in with the good. Give it up! Left work. Quick, kick! I'm ready.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war.
5, 6, 7, 8. This will be a piece of cake. No! Oh! You were so fast.
2 out of 3.
8 out of 10.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Hey everybody, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Lawson.
And welcome to the So-and-So Show.
And I personally am very excited to be here today because I have something special up my sleeve.
Oh, really? You got a surprise for us?
No, I have something special up my sleeve.
Oh, you meant that literally. Because usually when people use that expression, it's because they have a surprise or they have something unexpected to share.
Oh, well, I have that too.
Oh, really? What is it?
Please welcome someone who knows stuff.
Ooh.
Hey, sis, come on in. Grab a seat.
All right, you're Lawson's sister?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Yeah.
Brandon?
Oh, yeah, you know me. Yes, Brandon is my name. Lawson, talk about me?
Yep.
Who does he think's funnier, me or John?
You know what? I have a better question for you. Why don't you tell us who you are and what you know?
Ooh.
Well, I'm Ivy Catherine, and I know a lot about music.
Oh, that's cool. Do you play an instrument or something?
Yeah, I play several, but the most fun is playing in our family band.
Family. You have a family band?
I've told you this before, Brandon.
No, you have not. I would have remembered that.
Flashback!
What are we going to do on the show this week? I feel like we've done everything.
Oh, we can bring on my sister and brothers. We have a really cool family band.
There's just nothing new out there.
And that's happened 3 other times. I'd flash back to those 2, but it's literally the same interaction.
No way, I'm sorry, Lawson. A family band sounds really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, what kind of music do you play?
So we do mashups and covers of songs, but we have our own unique style of how we do it.
Yeah, there are 7 of us, but we all play the same piano. But it's not just the keys. We open up the top and we play the strings and the sides of the piano as well.
What? 7 people on one piano?
Most of the time, yeah. Sometimes we'll add in a few other things like a tambourine or a bongo drum, but that's it.
Wait, okay, does it hurt the piano to like bang on it like that?
No, not at all. It's actually a very robust instrument.
Huh.
Everyone wonders that, though.
Yeah, that must be a lot of hard work getting the parts down just right.
It is. 2 of our brothers do the arrangement, and then from there we divide up the parts, learn the music, figure out choreography, and then it's hours and hours and hours of practice.
Yeah, we practice until we fall over.
Seriously?
No, not till we actually fall. You know, we just practice a lot.
Because if one person gets off beat, it can throw off the whole piece.
Oh, well, that makes sense. So how long does it take for you to learn one piece?
About a month from start to finish.
Yeah, it takes a lot of commitment, even just for one piece, but I think it's totally worth it. Do you want to see a sample?
Absolutely.
Cue the video.
Wow, man, that was awesome. You guys, thank you for coming on the show, Ivy Catherine.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, Lawson, that was great. Seriously, you should have told me you had a family band sooner.
I did, Brandon.
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey guys,
Hey, Kellen.
Hey.
what's going on today?
Oh, Lawson's sister came on. Their family is so talented. Did you know he's in a family band?
Of course, Lawson's always talking about them.
Okay, I get it.
What's going on with you, Kellen?
Well, today's story begins with Jesus and his disciples hanging out where people gave their offerings at the temple. You guys up for helping me out?
Sure thing.
You got it.
Great, because it's time for our human head puppet theater.
Whoa. Sure is a big crowd of people to give money at the temple today, right, Jesus?
I have so much money. How should I lighten the load of my heavy pockets? I guess I'll give some to the temple, to God, because I'm so generous. Money.
Jesus watched the crowds come and put their money into the offering boxes, a lot like how today we put money into the offering at church. There were a lot of rich people who came and gave large amounts.
Oh, don't mind me. Just giving a lot of money today.
Wow, the people here really are generous. Don't you think so, Jesus?
How much should I give to God today? I have a lot. I suppose I can give a lot. Ooh, look at me being all generous and stuff.
A little later, a poor widow came into the temple. She put in 2 very small copper coins. They were only worth a few pennies.
What? That lady caught your attention?
Jesus said, "That poor widow has put more into the offering box than all the others."
What? No, Jesus, didn't you see what all the others gave? I mean, they gave way more. Way more.
The others gave a lot because they're rich, but she gave even though she is poor. She put in everything she had. That was all she had to live on.
That is generous.
Jesus knew that by giving all she had, the poor widow was trusting God with her entire life. The end.
Bravo!
That's amazing.
Isn't it? The poor widow had so much faith. She showed us what it could look like to live completely for God.
I wish I had that much faith.
You can. But like everything else, living for God takes practice. It takes commitment.
Like with your family band.
Totally.
Thanks for the story, Kellen.
Anytime. I'll see you guys later.
I really do want to learn how to live for God.
Well, then let's learn together. Reveal the question.
How can you live for God?
Yeah, that's a big question. Where do you even start?
It's like Kellen said, it takes practice. You
Yeah.
can practice by hearing what God says to us in the Bible or through other people.
Yeah, you can live for God when you pray and when you talk to other people about Him.
Yeah, it's about honoring God and treating others the way you want to be treated.
What are some of your answers? How can you live for God?
You guys talk it out, and we'll see you next time.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Lawson, and this was the So-and-So Show. So-and-so Show. So is that the So-and-Show? Yes, I think it is. Wow, the So-and-So Show is my favorite kids show ever. 5, 6, 7, 8, off. Coming to a streaming service near you. Recorder solo.
Oh, no.
This was a mistake.
Yeah, I think so.
We took a vote, you're out of the band.
101A, take one.
At what age would you let your kid have a smartphone?
I honestly don't know if I could give like a real answer for that one.
Overall, they're pretty practical. Maybe 12?
I'd have to say 10 because that's when I got my first smartphone.
8th grade going into freshman year in high school.
I think I would let them have a smartphone. I think high school. I think there are a lot of things in this world that a smartphone can expose your kids to that I wouldn't want my kids exposed to.
What age would you let your kid have a smartphone?
Oh, yeah, this is mine.
You know, honestly, I'd say about 11 or 12.
It's hard. 13, 14 maybe? Probably.
What about you?
I'd say middle school. I mean,
So that's like
what is that?
10, 11,
Yeah.
11,
Yeah.
12.
I'd be like 14 or 15.
Yeah.
I would say 10. That's what I originally said, but that's just because like that's when I got a phone. But
Why would you want them to have it that young? I just want to know the benefits. Because, like, for me personally, like, I would rather have them later in life. So I want to know, why you would want
I don't know. That was just the age I got a phone. I didn't necessarily have, like, a concrete reason. I just felt like, like 10, that's when I got a phone. I felt like I was mature enough to get a phone.
Right.
I mean, I know there's
I feel
a
like it
lot of
depends on the
stuff they
kid.
can be exposed to. Yeah, it does depend on the individual. But I'm like, if there was something that I really needed to like block them from, like there's parental controls and stuff, and you can put like it to where the phone locks, like, or
So,
you know, and it tracks their screening time, stuff like that.
I don't want my 10-year-old kid to see like the world's gonna end and whatever, because they can see whatever now on the internet. You know what I mean? Yeah, like they can see.
Maybe middle school would be better.
They can see. You know what I'm saying? Like they can see.
Or not even just middle school. Like you have to, with a phone, you have to mature. I don't feel like at 10 or 11 they're mature.
Yeah.
When you're in middle school, it's all about popularity. So like if your friend is looking at something.
It's like buying the Instagram.
Yeah,
followers.
like Instagram.
Like let me get these followers. Let me get these followers.
Right.
Like, that's terrible. Like. You don't want your kid, you know, greedy for followers at the age of 10.
Sad.
And I think that's a problem that like the older generation has had with us is like they don't realize that we're not mature enough that we weren't mature enough to deal with that, all of that information and all of that freedom.
That responsibility.
We have access to the entire world through one little device, you know?
Yeah.
I think a thing we have to remember is like we're the first generation to have phones as kids.
Yeah.
And that a lot of us don't realize it, but like we're the only ones who know what's good for our kids when it comes to phones.
I mean,
That's
like
true.
we're like the
whenever we grow up, you know what I mean?
No, we really are.
Like just anything that came out like when our parents were age, like they know better for their kids than their parents do for them.
Right.
Just
So
because
true.
because we've had the experience. That's the same thing as like falling down and getting back up. Like we know like the best for our kids when it comes to
our parents didn't know that we weren't ready, but we know for our kids that they're not ready.
Yep. Parents are giving you tips right here.
Yeah, and it's never gonna end, because our generation, we're gonna know how to deal with our problems, but we're not gonna know how to deal with the problems that we invent.
Right.
We're gonna invent new things. We're gonna invent the new phone, the new technology that our kids are gonna use.
And our kids are gonna experiment with.
And we won't know the impact
the
that it has on our
consequences.
kids.
Yeah.
But we will know how to stop what we've been doing.
Well, yep, exactly.
That's true.
So it's never gonna end, but I do think that
it'll get better.
It will get better.
Is there anything you wish your parents would have done differently when it came to you getting a phone?
More restrictions.
I definitely think more restrictions, and I think giving it to me like maybe my freshman year. And I say that, but like as a kid, I never would have wanted that.
No,
but
definitely
now,
not. We wanted it.
Definitely now, I wish that I would have gotten my phone later in life.
Looking
I know
back.
some people that had phones in like 3rd grade, and I was like, I want a phone, but I didn't get one until I was like 10.
So like to follow back on that, my
Yeah.
cousin's like 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
She has an iPhone XR.
Right.
I don't even have an iPhone
What?
XR. So
That's how my little cousin is.
and to think, you know, like I had to work for my iPhone. Like I had to have I started off with a BlackBerry. That wasn't made till like the 80s, I think.
And something.
So I had to
The
start
80s. No. They had bag phones in the 80s.
Yeah, not the 80s.
1980s.
Did you just say the 80s?
1990.
No, like
They had the phone in their bag. They said, let me call my dad.
Hey, BlackBerry
wasn't in
was
2000.
probably like 1995,
Okay,
maybe
so
2000.
90s. The point
He said 80s.
I started off with an old phone,
Got you,
and she
me
got
too.
an XR. That's not,
Yeah.
no.
Do you think she,
It's okay.
like, does she have social media as an 8-year-old?
Yeah, she has YouTube, she has Instagram.
Does she have a TikTok?
Huh?
No,
Yeah, she has a TikTok.
I want that
no.
to stop.
TikTok is an epidemic.
And
Let me
she's gonna
just
be like,
lay that out there.
You're right.
yeah,
So, you're right.
It just doesn't make no sense because I already know that when she gets older, she's gonna be one of those that takes everything for granted, and I don't want that for my cousin.
Yeah.
That
So-
starts a whole nother monster because then when she gets older, she's gonna want the newest stuff.
My age still stands. I still say 14 to 15.
Yeah, I'm going with that. 8th grade freshman year. I'm moving my age.
We're moving it.
So
We're
like
moving
8th
it.
grade or freshman
We
year.
got it.
But they're gonna be exposed to so much because like even like like little apps like TikTok or whatever, like there's so much like content and
I feel like people don't realize how much we see with that. Like our parents don't realize like how much is just like
my
there.
little side will
Like,
wrap up on this
All
one.
right, here we go, guys. Okay. So, how has this conversation changed the way that you view this topic?
I feel like my age has definitely gone up. Yeah, going up to 14, 15 because
Yeah, I'd probably say
you know the
same thing.
maturity level and just like what they're being exposed to. Like obviously, yes, they're gonna learn these things anyway, but like let's let them learn it at the age they're probably supposed to.
And it just
Yeah.
builds maturity, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's what most parents like. It just builds their maturity level because they don't have it, it's gonna take a effect on their life way different because they're not gonna be introduced to social media. They're just gonna hear about it. But then when they get it, when they actually get the fun that they've been wanting for like 2-3 years, they're gonna value it way more than they would have did when they wanted it the first time.
Yeah.
So my age stays the same.
Okay, I was gonna ask. What was yours?
14 to 15.
14, 15?
Yeah.
I'd say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them to grow up too fast.
Right.
Like, I was
Still my
wrong.
little baby.
Because if a 10-year-old gets a phone.
It's wrong.